Evidence of page 27, post-mortem clearing of private parts of Aarushi. Anyway, you're saying...
What I'm saying is it is not there in the report.
I'm telling you it's not true that we have asked for any change at any stage in the post-mortem report.
This report of the FSL, the Forensic Science Laboratory from Gandhinagar, which says that the experts from Gandhinagar who came, who were forensic experts, concluded that the crime could only have been committed by someone very close to Aarushi.
Now, what does the FSL lab see in our house to say such a thing? On what basis? When has the FSL lab come? 15 days later, when the CBI comes in? What have they seen in my house? I mean, we've gone into Arushi's room, Arushi's belongings are there, our things are there, and I don't know on what basis this report is.
They're essentially concluding that it is established that the dimensions of the striking surface of club number 5 seized from Dr. Rajesh Talwar is identical to the dimensions of the injury found on both the victims. This is the conclusion of forensic experts.
First of all, let me make it very clear how the golf clubs are found. Okay? For 1.5 years, those golf clubs was present in the house, in our house. Nobody asked for them. Neither Noida police, nor the first team, nor the second team. When we moved our house, we asked the CBI to come and inspect the house for anything that they might need.
We had the CBI inspector coming. He looked through all the things. He looked through all our belongings. He said, you can go ahead and move your things. We don't need anything from here.
They're saying one particular golf club, the club used in the attack, was missing.
They have all the golf clubs. They've written here that the entire golf set was given to them.
1 year later, they say.
No, they have taken all of them. I have a Caesar report. You can see it.
Primary assertion of forensic experts that this club number 5, the surface of which is the exact identical surface of the injury marks on Aarushi and
I'm not a golf club player, but from whatever I know, these striking surfaces of these clubs are similar, isn't it? I don't know. I'm asking
each club has a different striking surface.
I think you would need to ask. You should ask the forensic experts whether the other clubs could have possibly been used. I think that's what needs to be checked. And they've not mentioned that. They've not said. They've said this matches. Have they said the others don't match?
They're saying that somebody cleaned the golf clubs up before they came to the CBI.
Cleaning anything does not remove signs of DNA. That's a scientific fact. Everyone knows that. I may scrub or clean anything. The DNA does not go. So you need to pick out the DNA. And if you haven't been pick out any DNA, so then where does that substantiate your theory?
How do you account for the fact that 2 particular golf clubs are much cleaner? The CBI wants to know.
The fact of the matter is that the entire golf kit was given to them together. Okay, we have a report, like I said, with saying all the golf sticks were given together. They were only given in the condition in which we found them. The fact is that I think Rajesh, you was not
I would play golf very, very occasionally, and that too at the driving range. I was not really playing on the course or anything like that. So probably they were being used less also. Much less than you.
They're not saying there was less use. They're saying when they got the golf clubs, they were absolutely clean. There was no dust on them. There was no specks of dirt on them, unlike the other clubs.
We just gave them whatever we had.
You're saying you did not clean them?
Absolutely not. Then I need them to get the DNA on it. We're talking about touch DNA. We're talking about to every person who comes our way. If they've not found normal DNA, touch DNA is not going anywhere. That is one of the most robust things that happens. For centuries, DNA lasts.
And you're also saying that you all didn't clean that. We didn't clean the golf clubs.
We didn't even look at them. The way they were, we just picked them up and gave them.
As far as the CBI's closure report is concerned, which leads the CBI to concluding that somebody from within the family was responsible for the murder, was the scene of the crime. Let's come to the scene of the crime and take a look at some of the points the CBI makes over there. It says that the body of Aarushi was lying undisturbed in her bed in spite of the use of violent force. It also says that the toys were undisturbed and they had no blood on them. It says that the bedsheet of Aarushi does not show any signs of disturbance or signs of violence. The school bag of Aarushi is lying near the body without any blood. So the essence of what the CBI's argument is that somebody placed the body over there and put all these things around it to make it seem as if everything was fine and normal.
The only thing I can say is we found Aarushi in a certain way, and that's all.
We never altered anything there. We're putting it on record, not one time, but 500 times. We did not alter anything in that room when we found Aarushi the way she was.